Right.
Is it showing record?
Yes. I mean, because
Oh,
it was already recording from the note taker. I just wanted to make sure that you're recording.
thank
Perfect.
you.
Yep.
Yes. Okay, great. Thank you everyone for joining us today. My name is Sherry and I've got my partner Ron here. And real briefly, we're very excited to have you on the call today. We've got a guru in the industry with us, Nick Krem. And Ron and we are global agents. And Ron, you want to just take it
Yes.
from there?
Um, Also, Sherry and I are one of the first 50 real estate agents in the world to be AI certified through the Krem Institute. So everybody on the call here, I'd like to introduce Nick Krem himself. And Nick, you can take it from here.
Awesome. What's going on, guys? I'm going to ask you one more time. Let's get some cameras on. Let's see who's going to turn cameras on. I want to see some more people on this call. Let's see. Well, here's the added bonus for the people who do have their cameras on. I'll give you one last chance. All right. So I took a screenshot for the people who have their cameras on. I'm going to send you guys personally some tools that aren't available to the public that we've created for some of our agents. So since you guys had your cameras on, since I asked nicely, you guys will go ahead and get some of the free tool. It's basically an AI YouTube coach built just for real estate agents. So you can talk to it like a coach. I'll still give you a chance. All right, let's go. I'll still give you a chance. If you want to turn your cameras on, I'll send it to you guys as well. But I'm going to go ahead and get started here. Well, because here's the reality. You guys, I heard from some people on this call. We want to learn about AI. But how many people here have seen more ads for AI than almost anything before you've seen in your life? There are ads for new AI tools, new products, new services, and it's just overwhelming. Can I see a show of hands? How many people have seen that? Yep, that's the reality, guys, because there are thousands of AI tools out there. And the reality is you don't need thousands of AI tools. You only need a couple. What I'm going to go through in depth today is ChatGPT, where to get started, some features that most people aren't using, and how to utilize it as a real estate agent. I'm also going to go ahead and throw a bonus tool at the end. It's one of my personal favorites, where you can literally create an AI avatar, a video avatar that looks like you and sounds like you and can do videos for you. Yeah, it's real and it's here. I'm going to go through that one at the end. But let's go ahead and get started here, guys. Google Chrome presentation. All right, I only have a couple slides and I'm going to jump into it. Obvious reason we're all here. You're seeing a lot about AI, but you don't fully understand it. See, the biggest companies in the world spending billions of dollars in AI. The news talking about it. And let's face it, you want to do something about it. They're saying this is going to be the single-handed biggest wealth transfer in history. Trillions of dollars exchanging hands with AI. Who here wants a piece of that? Right? That's what we're talking about. But here is the reality that nobody is telling you right now. You have no future in real estate without learning AI. Look, I'm not saying that you guys are going to go out of business tomorrow if you don't pick up ChatGPT. No, but here's the reality, right? How can you operate in real estate without the internet right now? No, right? Within the next 3 to 5 years, I would say you will not be able to be in the business without knowing how to properly use AI. People will look at you like you're crazy. Imagine walking into your client's home right now and saying, "Oh yeah, you know that internet thing? I don't use that." They look at you like you're crazy. This is what's going to be happening with AI. The reality is this: there is no future in which you don't have to learn AI, right? Open your eyes, you'll see the truth. If you guys haven't seen this yet, look up the Da Vinci robot. If you guys have time, you'll be amazed. The Da Vinci robot that is literally performing surgeries right now. It's an AI robot that is performing surgeries. There's another future. Let's take a look at the crystal ball right now. And it's telling me that when you get a surgery and you're like, "Oh yeah, Dr. Johnson performed my surgery," someone's going to look at you and be like, "You let a human operate on you?" That's going to be the future, guys. And then you see it's getting revolutionizing healthcare, business. Continue to go on. Stanford created the artificial intelligence program. MIT created the United States Artificial Intelligence Institute, machine learning for a new age. Microsoft, Azure AI, engineer associates. There is no longer going to be just engineers. It is AI engineers. Think about this, guys. How many people here remember when it would say, for job descriptions. Must be proficient in Microsoft Office, right? And those were the jobs, like the good jobs. You had to be proficient with the computer, had to be proficient with internet, all of these things. The reality is this, guys. The future will say must be proficient in AI. And you know the jobs that aren't going to have that? The ones that you don't want. All right. Harvard, machine AI. So here's the reality, guys. This is why we started the Krem Institute of Artificial Intelligence. We've been featured in Forbes, Fox, Google News, USA Today, you name it, for the work we are doing specifically for the real estate industry, right? This is not just AI general statements. What we do is specific for the real estate industry. Just quick backstory. Yes, it is myself and my brother. You could say we've known each other a long time. Bad joke. But yes, we've known each other a long time. My brother and I started our own business 5 years ago. We grew our first business into 13 countries in all 50 states because we know how to do one thing very damn well, how to market and brand ourselves and help real estate agents do the same thing. And then something crazy happened a year and a half ago. AI came into the picture and we looked at each other and we said, holy crap, we're going to be put out of business if we don't make an adjustment with AI. And then that month, we were able to lay off 75% of our staff. It was a hard day, but I mean, for business, it was a good day, but it was a hard day. Able to let off 75% of our staff, all while increasing our output, increasing everything within our company because we started utilizing AI. And during that time, we created the world's very first AI certified agent, which is how we met Ron and Sherry. So why am I telling you all this? Here's the reality, guys. For the people here on this call, you're here to learn more about AI. We're going to start diving into ChatGPT and what are the very first steps for you guys to make this adjustment. The reality is this: AI will not replace you as a real estate agent, but the agents using AI will replace the ones who don't. Period. Agents using AI will replace the agents who don't. What we're going to show you guys how to do today is how to start training your ChatGPT to do things with you. I want to clarify, with you. It is not for you. This is still generative AI, which means I have to tell it to do something in order for it to do with me. Here is the mindset shift I want all of you guys to have on this call. Stop looking at ChatGPT as a tool and start looking at it as your lifetime employee. It's the lifetime employee that you've always dreamed of, where you train it once and you never have to retrain it again. Has anybody here ever trained somebody to do something and a week later you go back and they're doing something completely different? You're like, why can't you just do what I told you? Right? ChatGPT doesn't work that way. Train it once and you don't have to retrain it again. It's a perfect lifetime employee. It's the one that works 24/7, 365, never calls in sick, always shows up and gets shit done every single time. Stop looking at this as a tool and start looking at this as your employee. And this is why training it is so important, right? The reason why ChatGPT doesn't work good for some people, it's like putting in a fresh employee and just asking them to do things for you, but you didn't tell them how to do it, right? There's no way they're going to get it done right. So start looking at this as an employee, and then your mindset around this will shift. So with that being said, let's go ahead and jump into this. And as a reminder, if you guys do want the recording, make sure you reach out to Ron and Sherry. They're going to have the recording. I'll even send them the list of prompts I'm going to use. So that way, if you guys want the list of prompts and things that I cover, reach out to Ron and Sherry after this. All right, so let's jump into it, guys. Woo, here we go. I don't know. I'm excited. Who else here is excited? Who's put excited in the chat if you're excited to get started? I want to see who's paying attention right now. Let's see how many people we got paying attention on the call. Let's go. Woo, Matt's excited. Catherine's excited. Let's go. Ron and Sherry, Paul, Joe, Michelle. All right, we got enough excited people. Let's go ahead and get started. Awesome, guys. So getting started. This is what your ChatGPT looks like. Here is what you are going to want to do. The very, very, very first thing that you do, even if you've already started using ChatGPT, this is where you start, right? So, like I said, it's your lifetime employee. What's the first thing you want to do if you have a personal marketing and branding director that got started? what you're going to want to do is tell it who you are and how you work. So in the top right, you will see your name or your information. I might be blocking you because the videos are up here, but you click on your profile in the top right, and then you select customize ChatGPT. So you click in the top right and you select customize ChatGPT, and this will pop up for you. Here's why this is so important. You don't want to go into ChatGPT every single time and tell it who you are, where you're located, what business you're in, how you work. What you want to do is, what would you like ChatGPT to know about you to provide better responses? So this is essentially, guys, this is where you put your bio. For me, here's what I do. Here's where I'm located, where I went in business, where I spoke on stages with these type of individuals, built nationally recognized brands. You want to put your bio. Why? Because you don't have to tell it you're a real estate agent every time. I'm located in Dublin, Ireland. I'm located in Toronto, Canada. You don't want to tell it that every single time. So you open up custom instructions. And first, this is where you put your bio, right? Second thing that you want to do, how do you want ChatGPT to respond? And this, it gives you some thought starters. So I would answer these questions. First, I say respond in a business casual manner. Respond short and punchy because that's how I write. Here's how we are addressed. And then my favorite one is, do you want it to have any opinions? You can put, it's always a good market to buy and sell. So now your ChatGPT will literally think it is always a good time to buy and sell. Maybe you want to do that, maybe you don't. But that's just how you can use it, right? So for us, we believe AI is here to spend less time behind a computer and more time communicating with our clients. Also, I tell it, never use the word boast and never use the word data analytics. Why? Because those people know it's ChatGPT when they use those words. I also said, here's an example of my writing style. So I added just some different things that I've written so it can start picking up on my writing languages. So guys, the first thing that you want to do is customize your ChatGPT. Come over here, put your bio, and then answer the questions. Simple enough, right? Now it knows who I am. It knows where I'm located. It knows that you're in real estate. It knows what your goals are. It knows how to respond to you. That's going to make a world of difference. All right. The next thing I want to talk to you guys about is some basic rules of marketing that you can now apply to your ChatGPT. Okay. So, basic rule of marketing. If you guys are taking notes, this is a writer downer. Okay. People are sold on emotion and justify with logic. People are sold on emotion and justify with logic. The problem with most people's marketing is it is all based on logic. Look at the numbers, look at the rates, look at the inventory, look at the stats. Numbers don't move people. Emotion does. What can those numbers and stats do for them? And also, I want to tell you guys how you can create your ideal client profile within your ChatGPT. Right? We're going to show you how to do that. But first, I'm going to show you one more amazing feature that it now has. So if you guys, again, go into the top right, and when you click on it, you will notice settings. So you go into ChatGPT and you go to settings. There is a point over here in personalization. And again, guys, you reach out to Ron and Sherry after this to get the recording. So in case you forget where some of this stuff is, go to personalization. You want to make sure your memory is on. Your memory is on. This is how you can get more advanced training and tell it to remember more things. So it can remember more things about you. Here is the first thing that I would do to save it to memory. You open up ChatGPT and then you tell it, today I am going, I can spell, am going to train you to write and sound like me. I am going to give you examples of how I write. Don't respond. Just read and learn. All right. So you just want to tell it, hey, today I'm going to teach you how to write and sound like me. I'm going to give you examples of how I write. Don't respond, just read and learn. Why am I doing this? Well, because I wanted to write and sound like me. I wanted to use phrases that I use. So what you want to do, for me, I found emails that I have personally written. I found pages of emails that I've personally written. For you guys, if you have emails that you have written, social media posts that you have written, listing description that you've written, blog posts that you've written, this is where you copy and paste it here. So after you tell it, today I'm going to train you how to write and sound like me. I'm going to give you examples of how I write. Don't respond, just read and learn. And then paste examples of your copywriting, of your emails, of Facebook posts, of blog posts. And then hit enter. Great, Nick, I understand. And it's going to go through and it's going to break down how I write. Here's what you say next. Now save my writing style to memory and always respond in it. Now save my writing style to memory. Always respond with it. So here we go. Writing style saved to memory. I'll ensure to respond in your style from here on out. How can I assist you further? And then go to memory, and it goes through engaging, motivational, controversial emails, feature catchy headlines, blah, blah, blah. Guys, how cool is that? Can we just step back a second? We just told it, I'm going to train you how to write and sound like me. Copy and pasted a bunch of examples from it, and then say, now save my writing style and always respond in it. And it's saved to its memory. And got it. Your writing style is now saved to memory. I'm sure to respond in your style from here on out. Here's the reality. You guys just took probably 10 steps ahead of everybody else using ChatGPT. How many people do you know that trained it to sound like them like this? Not that many. All right. So now we're starting to train it to sound like you. That's a big first step. Here is something else that I want to get into, guys. Something else I want to get into. I'm very passionate about this. I'm going to stop sharing my screen for a second just to show you guys how passionate I'm about this. What pisses me off in the industry is most agents just market to everybody, right? If you're a buyer, here's what I can do for you. If you're a seller, here's what I can do for you. And then they go on there, they bitch and complain about, why isn't my marketing working? Why isn't anybody calling me? This isn't working. Posting on social media doesn't work. But here's the reality, guys. If you market to everybody, you market to nobody, right? If your message is to everybody, your message is to nobody. Guys, who here has heard of Taylor Swift? We all have. Stupid question, right? We all have heard of Taylor Swift. Even my man in Dublin, you hear of Taylor Swift? Oh, he just turned his camera off. All right. So Taylor Swift, right? Why does it work? People will spend thousands and thousands of dollars to go to her concerts. They'll spend hundreds of dollars to go to parking. They'll spend $50 to get a beer at Taylor Swift. They will wait for weeks and text their friends, all to hear her sing about her ex-boyfriends. I'm not hating on her. She's a billionaire. She does an amazing job of what she does. But imagine if you go to her concert and she starts singing heavy metal. People will be like, what is this? This isn't what I paid for. This isn't why I'm here. It's the same thing with most people's marketing, right? My man in Dublin, Bilal, you've also heard of Taylor Swift, right? Of course. I think you still listen. Anyways, with your marketing, guys, do not just market to buyers and sellers. The riches are in the niches, right? The riches are in the niches. The more you can niche down, the more your phone will ring. The more people will call you and be like, you're the only person I was going to go with because you're the one who speaks to me. Has anybody here watched a video and you're like, oh my gosh, this video was created just for me? Right? So here's what I'm going to teach you guys how to do. I'm going to show you guys how to niche down with your marketing and create unlimited content to only that one audience, right? So here's what you want to do. I'm going to show you guys first, what you want to do is you want to clearly identify your target audience. All right. Clearly identify your target audience. 3 things you want to do to identify your target audience. 1, you want to identify the age range. I usually say like Gen X, millennial, baby boomer, what have you, right? You don't want to just say 35 years old, too specific. Millennial. First-time home buyer, right? Second, you want to identify who they are. First-time home buyer, out-of-state buyer, luxury home seller, right? And then you want to identify where they're at, where they're located. So here's an example for you guys. A baby boomer luxury home seller looking to downsize in Sarasota, Florida. It's a great target audience, right? A baby boomer luxury home seller looking to downsize in Sarasota, Florida. That's an example of a target audience, right? Why do you want to do this? Well, you want to clearly identify who you're marketing to. And I'm going to go through 4 prompts right now to train your ChatGPT how to only market to this individual. So the first prompt, what are the goals of a baby boomer luxury home seller looking to downsize in Sarasota, Florida? And then for this, I'm going to copy this, make it simpler for me. First, you want to ask it, what are the goals of a baby boomer luxury home seller looking to downsize in Sarasota, Florida? Why do you want to do this? Well, because now it's going to start writing out the goals of a baby boomer luxury home seller looking to downsize in Sarasota, Florida. Then what you want to do is you want to write the goals. Then you want to say, what are the fears of a baby boomer luxury home seller looking to downsize in Sarasota, Florida? Then it's going to go ahead and it's going to write out the goals, the fears. All right. So first, what are the goals? Second, what are the fears? Third, what are the motivations of baby boomer luxury home seller looking to downsize? Then it's going to go through and it's going to write the motivations. Why am I doing this? Well, let me ask you guys this. Would I properly be able to market to someone if I don't know their goals, if I don't know their fears, and if I don't know their motivations? No, you would not be able to. And then here is my personal favorite that I'm going to give you guys. I usually only give 3, but since I love Ronald and Sherry, I'm going to give you 4, right? So here is number 4 for you guys. What is the internal dialogues? What are the grammar? What are the internal dialogues of, why do I love this one? What are the internal dialogues? Because you can use this one for all of your hooks, for your content, for your social media posts, for your email campaigns, for your videos. Very simple. Hey guys, if you're a luxury home seller in Sarasota, if you're a baby boomer luxury home seller in Sarasota, Florida, you're probably thinking, how will this affect my lifestyle? You know, thinking about a move will impact your daily routine, social connections, the overall lifestyle. And then you can go ahead and give your solutions to them. Some of the best marketing in the world taps into your internal dialogue. Now, what you want to do is now save these goals, fears, motivations, and internal dialogue to memory. Here we go. And if ChatGPT is giving me problems, then send it again to your memory. Refresh. There you go. Memory updated. Might need to delete one. Let me try this again. Now save these goals, fears, motivations, and internal to memory. There we go. Memory updated. So now my ChatGPT, you can see, is trained on the goals, the fears, the motivations, the internal dialogues of the luxury home seller, baby boomer looking to downsize. Now write me a 3 email sequence using the information above. Then you can go in and start asking it questions. You'll see it. I didn't even tell it to do this. It includes the things that I included in my emails and what's it called? My training of it. The Krem Institute. We specialize in making transition. Very simple, but this is how you can start creating more content, create more emails, and have it specifically trained to do the things that you want it to do, right? So what I wanted to cover with you guys today, a couple different things. First, you want to train it who you are. So that way it starts including things like this into it. What was the last question I asked? What's the internal dialogue of then your target audience? The internal dialogue. But a couple things I want that we covered already. First, you want to do customized GPT. You want to train it who you are and how you want it to respond. Second, you want to train it how you write, your writing styles. That way it can start sounding like you. And then third, you want to train it who your ideal client profile is. I would not go more than 2 to 3, guys. Because again, if you market to everybody, you market to nobody, right? Clearly identify who you are marketing to. Here's the next part about ChatGPT I want to share with you guys, because I think this changed a lot of things, right? You will see over here on the left, you will see explore GPTs, right? Explore GPTs. Here's what I want you guys to think about these. This is the Netflix library of AI tools, right? This is the Netflix library of AI tools. You can scroll down and see which ones are popular. Logo creator. So I can go into ChatGPT and say, create me a logo for creme de la creme, the top shelf of real estate. So let's see what it comes up with. Create me a logo for creme de la creme, the top shelf of real estate. It's going to ask me some questions here. Let's go vibrant. I'm feeling vibrant today. What about you guys? Vibrant. Great. Scale 1 to 10. Let's go 4. Let's see. Colors. What colors you guys want to see? Let's see who's paying attention. Put it in the chat. What colors should creme de la creme, the top shelf of real estate, be? First one to answer gets to get their colors on it. So guys, while someone's putting their colors in the chat, what I will say is this: custom teal and orange. Woo, I like that. Teal and orange. So it's going to go ahead and create, let's just do one for right now. Custom GPTs. You can literally go into here and you can find almost any AI tool that you need for your business. You don't have to go out there and spend $20 here, $40 here, $100 here. Custom GPTs, creme de la creme, the top shelf of real estate. And then I can go in and keep telling it more and more things that I want to do to it. If I want to continue talking, I can go back and forth, tell it, make it more realistic. More realistic. Let's see what it comes up with. I can go back and forth and it'll continue to create more things. I can tell it to spell it right. I can tell it to do this or that. But this is just a simple example I wanted to show you guys within this. See, now I use 2 R's. I can tell it only use 2, like 1 R, 1 E, right? But this is where you can go inside of Explore GPTs, and you will see literally hundreds, thousands of AI tools. One of the ones I know people have used is called, I use this one. Let's see. Healthy Chef. This is a great one. I literally can take a picture of my fridge, upload it into Healthy Chef, and say, what can I make with this? Right? I can say, what can I cook with these ingredients? And then tell it ingredients that I want to cook with. Healthy Chef. As many options as you can think of within this one. Also, here's a great one. Who here uses Canva? Put in the chat if you guys use Canva. You guys are going to like this feature. Put in the chat if you guys use Canva. So, yes, all the time. Oh, Michelle, you're going to love this one. So check this one out, guys, every day. So you can use Canva inside of ChatGPT now. 2 ways you can use this one. First, you have to click on Canva. So you can say, create me an ad for first-time home buyers, Sarasota, Florida. Let's see. Create me an app for first-time home buyers in Sarasota, Florida. So it's basically you're speaking with Canva right now, right? And it'll go through and let's see what kind of ads or things it creates here. All right. So I had to bring your this to life. To me, very basic. First-time home buyers, and it can create you different things. What I love about this tool is, yes, you might say, well, I can do more things on Canva. Well, here's the cool part about it. You can tell it to create you something, then you click on it, and then it opens up directly into your Canva account. So then it opens up into your Canva accounts, and you can go into your brand. You know, where is my brand? All right, they changed the template. Let's see. Logos, colors. I don't know why my brand's not in there anymore. Anyways, you can go into your brand, and if you had your colors in here like I normally do, you can add your color templates to it. Then you can do your designs into it and upload your designs and get everything into it. So now you can communicate with Canva inside of ChatGPT. Tell it to create different things for you, right? Here's where I really love utilizing this. I can say, memory is full. Now create me a Facebook post. Let's try and refresh. All right. Now create. So I went back to the same chat for the goals of the baby boomer luxury home sellers looking to downsize in Sarasota, Florida. Now create me a Facebook post using the information above. So now let's see. Create me a Facebook post. Creating downsizing. Boom. So it'll write me a post based on this information. I want to make a quick side note. You first have to go to Explore GPTs, click on Canva, and open it for this tool to work. But now I can call upon a GPT by saying this, at Canva. So now I'm speaking to Canva. So I asked it to create me a social media post. Now create an image for the post above. So now I'll go through and just say, now create me an image for the post above. All right. So now that I've asked it to do these things, now create me an image for luxury home sellers looking to downsize. Click on it, and then it opens up in Canva. Uploads. Different things I've uploaded. Let's see. It's not me, but then you could add your picture to it, add what you need, and all of a sudden you're creating Facebook posts and able to create it within Canva, within ChatGPT. So I thought that was a really cool tool, how you can utilize Canva within ChatGPT. So let's see. Should I go a little bit deep? Do you guys want me to go a little bit deeper? Kind of, you guys feel like you got a lot of information right here. What do you guys think? Put in the chat deeper, or should I stay kind of along this same path? Let's see what we should go with. Sure. Oh, Paula said, bring it on. Go deep. All right. So next, I know that's only 2 people. Maybe everyone else like, that's enough. All right. But here, I'm going to show you guys one more thing here. This is great. Thank you. I'm going to show you one more thing because this is one of my favorite things to show real estate agents because I think it's a great way to utilize a tool. First, does everybody here get a local market report from your MLS every month? Your MLS sends you the numbers every single month, right? And you probably look at it. You might figure out something to do with it. I don't know. What I'm going to show you is how you can turn this into content that works for you every single month. All right. So for the sake of this video, I already downloaded my market report, right? So my MLS sent me numbers. I downloaded it. So in the bottom here, you will notice this tool where you can either upload from your computer or upload from Google Drive. So since I already did this, I did it for April. So the numbers for this, let me see if I could bring this up so you guys can see this. So all I did, guys, is the same numbers that were all sent every month, right? Let me see if I can click on this to open it up. Yeah. So Ohio local MLS report. This is just the report from 2023 to 2024. Number of units sold, dollar volume, average sales price, going through January. right? So it's just numbers. The same thing. Do you guys get something similar to this? They send you this, the numbers in the sheets, right? So inside of ChatGPT, check this out, guys. Now create a graph using this information. And what it's going to do, it's going to read the numbers, analyze the numbers. It's going to create me a graph using this information. We're not going to stop there, but that's just the first part. Now create a graph. Let's see what we come up with. All right. I'm on the edge of my seat. Come on, ChatGPT, work with me. You know, as funny as it is working really fast, right? So it creates a graph and it's kind of nice. What I like to do is now create a graph and focus on number of units sold. I like to tell it to focus on one of the numbers, right? Because all of this can be a little bit confusing and overwhelming. Now create a graph and focus on number of units sold. So I tell it to focus on one. All right, so check this out, guys. So now number of units sold from 2023 to 2024. Here's where you can like change the colors. So you can make it your company's colors. You can download the graph and then upload it to Canva. I know you guys love Canva. Then you can upload it to Canva and customize the graph to whatever you want to do.
It's a chamber.
Here is where I think it gets really interesting. You guys might like this graph already and say this is really freaking cool. But check this out, guys. So now that we have this graph, now write me a blog post in my writing style. And here is the key part of this prompt right here, guys. And explain what these numbers mean for sellers. Why is this the most important part of this prompt? But check this out, guys. Now it is going to go through in my writing style. It's going to go through and it's going to write me a blog post for these numbers in this graph right here. It's going to come down here. Understand the surge of 2024. What this means. No, you do not need to upgrade your ChatGPT to do this. You can use all this on the free version. But now it wrote me an entire blog post. Here is why I believe this is the most important part of this prompt. Explain what these numbers mean for sellers. And if you want to write it for buyers, say explain what these numbers mean for buyers. Here is why that part is so important, right? Is anybody, you all watch the show Friends, right? You guys have seen the show Friends, or at least heard of it. Well, there's the character by the name of Joey, and he's not the smartest guy, right? One episode, this guy comes to Joey's apartment and tries to sell him almanacs. And he asks him a question. He's like, have you ever been in a room where they're all talking about something and you have no idea what they're talking about? And you just have to smile and nod. And it does all these flashbacks of Joey smiling and nodding. Well, here's the reality, guys. Most people have no idea what a buyer's or seller's market really is. Would you guys agree? The common person doesn't really know what a buyer's or seller's market means for them, right? Heck, I'd even say some real estate agents don't even really know what it means, let alone market absorption rate. They're lost. They're just smiling and nodding. The reason why that part of the prompt is so important, explain what these numbers mean for sellers. Because what you do is you show the logic of the numbers. But what this means is key takeaways for sellers. Use these numbers to advantage. Understand that buyers are actively looking and position you properly accordingly. With higher demand, you can price your home more aggressively. However, ensure it reflects the value. So you are literally telling them, here are the numbers, right? Here are what the numbers mean to you. Increased buyer activity typically leads to quicker sales. So now you're explaining what the numbers mean to them. But check this out. Now create me a Facebook post for the graph and explain what it means for buyers. All right, real estate market update. Key takeaways for buyers. And knows I like using emojis. Ready to dive in? Nick Krem, Krem Institute. Look at that. And it's trained just for me. Then it's going to go through and it's going to read it. I always say this, use humor in this post now. I always use humor. It's so corny, but the reality is this, guys, corny humor. If people laugh when they're reading your post or something, even if it's corny, like, wow, I can't believe they said that. They're going to keep reading and see what else you said. So let's see. Feast your eyes on this graph. The units sold. The real estate market is buzzing louder than a beehive in spring. All right. Maybe it's just me. More homes are hitting the market than my fridge during a midnight snack attack. Oh, man. Rising sales, often growing areas. Regions like Columbus are hotter than a summer barbecue. Like, it's just silly things that get people reading this. Ready to dive in? Boom. Now write me a Facebook or an email. So here's why I think this is important. We all get these same numbers, right? We all get these same numbers. Now you can upload it, create graphs, create blog posts, create Facebook posts, create email campaigns, and it will explain what it means for buyers or sellers. Let's see. Ready to buy a home? 2024 trends mean to you. Hope this email found as well. Some exciting news. Real estate market is buzzing louder than a coffee shop on a Monday morning. I've got some insights that you'll want to hear. Here we go. Our latest data has a significant increase. So it goes through, and this is for buyers. And then you just say, now make one for sellers. So you said the market reports all your buyers in your email in your CRM, and then all your sellers. Super simple. Right, guys? Now write me a video script and use humor. Let's see what they come up with. I always use humor. I always think it makes it more fun. Yeah, like they're buzzing louder than an alarm clock. I don't know why I keep saying buzzing louder than an alarm clock. Check this awesome graph comparing the numbers units sold 2020. So if you want to create video scripts and things from here. But I love this process because you take the same numbers that everybody gets, then you can create a blog post, you can create an email campaign, a Facebook post, all from the numbers, and explains what it means for sellers. All right. So that is ChatGPT. I want to share with you guys. You know, I'm gonna stop here because what I want to do is I want to open it up to questions that you guys might have. And before we get into that, I just want to put a reminder to you guys. Guys, you won't be replaced by AI, right? This ChatGPT can't replace you. But agents using tools like this will replace the ones who don't, because you can simply out-market everybody else. You can create unlimited emails, unlimited content, unlimited social media, unlimited lead gen utilizing these tools, right? The reality is this: there is no future without learning these tools, right? Who here wants to be that person in an Apple store when they say, now open your email accounts? And they're sitting there like, hey, Johnny, where is the email on my computer? Like, don't be that person with AI. It's here. Get on it. Let's get moving, right? Awesome. Ron, Sherry, what do you guys have to add after that? Because, you know, I can go all day with all these trainings, but I want to pump the brakes a bit, answer questions, and see what else I can do to help.
I think the biggest thing that we love about this is we can actually turn this into video content.
Yeah.
And we do that using AI tools. So it's just super fast and easy than just recording a traditional type video. We use some tools that make it super easy to have chat create a script for us. And then it provides us with suggestions on what images to use. And then we put that into our AI platform that we're using, and away we go. And it's repurposable, it's repurposed content. So a lot of it we can use for future videos.
Yeah.
Big time saver.
And then we can also schedule it, at the beginning of every month, and we can put it out there for the whole month, and then we don't have to worry about it. And it just constantly just goes out every day, or whatever days we choose and times. And also somebody asked in the chat, what ChatGPT, and it's 4.0 also.
Yeah, 4.0. Yeah, so to create that graph, you need to be using 4.0. So
Right.
like in the top part of this, you'll see up here, it gives you the option of which one to use. You need to be using 4.0 to create the graphs and things that I talk about.
Right.
Okay, cool. And also, I did say I would cover this, so I will cover this too. I'll cover this quickly. How to create a video avatar of yourself. You can use it creating HeyGen, HeyGen.com, and it will create a video that looks like you and it sounds like you, right? So like, let's see an example here. Here's an example of one we created for a listing out here.
Welcome to 3190 Ophir Hill Road in beautiful Washoe Valley. This amazing horse property spans 2.53 acres and offers 2,940 square feet of pure comfort.
So that's my AI avatar. That's not me. I literally uploaded the script and then I have the video, the AI avatar do the video for me, right? So that tool, we don't have time to go into that today. Maybe Ron and Cher will come back and we'll do some more HeyGen training. But HeyGen is the tool that if you're going to create videos of yourself, that's the one that you're going to want to use.
And then to piggyback off of what Ron said about creating content, I mean, it's such a time saver. What we do is we have a content calendar at the beginning of each month, and chat helps us put, and of course, Nick with his training, we put together all of our content for the whole month, and then we put it in a scheduler like Meta, and we schedule it out. And then we also include emails, an email sequence that goes out to our database. And I was just sharing with Nick right before the call that we just literally got 3 calls from clients that I've been sending emails to on a regular basis. And now they're ready to not only sell their home, but they're ready to buy. So, and I mean, I actually kind of forgot about the people, but because they're on this automation, you know, the calls start to come in once you start to pick up momentum with it. So it's really amazing what it can do.
I love it. And, you know, guys, I just want to leave you guys with this. Before I open up to questions, I'll go around. I'll answer questions. You know, we'll have a good time with that. Guys, this is going to be one of the single greatest wealth transfers in the history of this planet with artificial intelligence, businesses that are using it. The question is, what are you going to do about it? AI doesn't come around every day, guys. These are the things that you've seen in movies for years that you thought was so far off that you wouldn't see it in your lifetime. And it is here. And most people are watching it go by. Most people are sitting back in their chairs and saying, oh, that's corny. Oh, that's weird. I'm not going to use it. Oh, my friend's buddy says it doesn't work and I'm not going to use it either. What the fuck do they know? This is artificial intelligence getting introduced to humanity. And what will you do with it? Most people are going to look back and think, well, I was really busy during those times. And people in the future, 5 or 10 years from now, are going to say, you were too busy to use the single greatest technological advancement in human history. That's how silly it sounds, right? When you say it out loud, it sounds silly. This is the single greatest advancement in technology in human history. What will you guys do with it? All right. Well, I'm here to help you guys. What questions do you have? Let's see. Questions, comments, or excitement? See, let's get started with my man Bilal out in Dublin. What's going on, man? Questions, comments, excitement. What do you got for us?
I'm not in the real estate agency. I'm not even a home owner, but this is interesting to know what's going on with the AI and the real estate, and maybe I have more ideas to use AI just for me to buy an estate in a foreign country. Because I don't know if you guys here in Dublin or in Ireland that we have housing crisis, very, very tough housing crisis on everybody. And at the moment, like I lost hope to buy here. And this is a hope for me to use AI, utilize it to see where I can buy in Europe or in Africa or maybe Asia.
There you go. I like it, man. Yeah, you can utilize it in a lot of different ways. So I'm excited to see what you can do with it, my man.
Thank you.
Let's go with Erica.
So
What's going on, Erica? Questions, comments, excitement. What do you got for us? You're good?
I'm good.
You got something. Give me something, Erica. All right, let's see. Let me go with Steve. Steve DeMarco, what's going on, man? Questions, comments, excitement. What do you got to share with us?
You got my ears smoking. That's all. Very interesting. It's now you take the time to do all of what you just instructed. I'm looking forward to getting the recording so I can sit them side by side and actually do it.
Yeah.
So I love it, man. Thanks, Nick. Appreciate your work.
Yeah. Thank Ron and Sherry. They're the ones that brought me here today as well. So yeah, no,
Thanks,
thank you,
guys.
Steve. It's the best way you can thank me is by taking action, because I always say there's two types of people, those who take over and those who stay the same. How many people here have bought a course and never even really opened it? You bought a course, barely even used it, went to a conference, said you're going to change everything in your business, and a month later, you're right back to doing the same damn thing, right? Look, I'm guilty of it, and I know probably everybody here is. You want to thank us? Man, take action. I feel like you will, Steve. I feel like you're part of that takeover crowd.
Hey, you know what, Nick? This does one thing for me. It'll make it look like I actually graduated from that Chicago public school.
There you go, my man, Steve. Let's go with
I need
Kat.
somebody more intelligent than me to train it for me.
There you go. I like it, man. Let's go, Catherine. Questions, comments, excitement. What can I do to help you?
Well, I just uploaded. I'm making a shift into the luxury market. This is going to help me exponentially.
Yep.
And I'm a newly certified global agent. It's going to help me with that as well. And I love technology, so this is perfect. I'm excited.
Yeah, I would really lean into training your ChatGPT how to speak to the luxury market and how to market to them. Be a great asset for you.
Yeah.
I like it.
I'm excited.
Let's go. Go, Paula.
Thank you, Ron and Sherry.
Yes. Paula, questions, comments, excitement. What do you got for us?
I was curious actually how if the Chat GPT can access information from out there in the world, how much do you have to download into it like a market reporter? How much could you just instruct it to use a market report, find the market report for this area at this time? And yeah.
Great question. So here's how I look at it, right? ChatGPT has basically access to everything that's ever been online. So that's good and bad, right? So you don't want to just tell it to pull a market report. Who knows where that market report came from? Who knows if it's a good one? You want to feed it as much information as you can until you can start asking it for information back, right? So I would, for the market report, upload your own numbers and then ask it to write it based on your writing style, right? Yeah. So it's that's the best way I kind of bring it up is how much misinformation is out there on the internet right now. You don't want it to access and tap into that, right? So you want to try and give the information you need and then say, based on this information, formulate my responses, formulate an email, formulate content. So does that answer your question for you?
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you.
Yeah, great question. Go, Michelle. What's up, Michelle? What do you got for us? Questions, comments, excitement.
So I was actually just talking to my assistant, Matthew, who's on here, that I really wanted to find some kind of AI tool where it could record me talking without me having to do it, because I get busy and it takes me a billion takes to do one video.
So you can literally use HeyGen now. Use HeyGen and you get 3 avatars. It's $29 for the creator account, like $29 a month. You can get 3 avatars wearing 3 different outfits. And then all he has to do is go in there and upload the scripts that you want.
That's great.
Just like that, Michelle. Let's go. Joanne, what's going on, Joanne? Questions, comments, excitement.
Well, I just sold my daughter's house and my son-in-law says, oh, for the description, you should use AI. And so he put it in because I've not used it at all. And it just came back, not me. I mean, it just was horrible. I said, I'm not going to use that. Yeah. That's ridiculous. So I crossed it all out and put my own in. I've been in the business for years, but this is very interesting. And I'm going to try this out.
So yeah, great. Yeah, that's a great point that you brought up, Joanne. So what I would do is you can like tell your ChatGPT, today I'm going to teach you to write listing descriptions like me, and copy and paste 5 listing descriptions that you've written, and then it's saved to memory. So now it'll know exactly how you write listing descriptions. It'll sound like you, write like you. There you go. Awesome. Let's go with Joe. What's going on, Joe? Questions, comments, excitement. What do you got for us?
Excitement probably, but so the content stuff is cool. I didn't know if everybody knew, if you use the mobile version of ChatGPT as a voice command, so you can do it with the Bluetooth speaker. So I'm all the time walking around talking to it like it's my assistant. So for things like if you're say, hey, I want to try to market to people that real estate investors, you want to add that to your portfolio of customers, and what are some ideas that I should do? What are some events I should go to? That kind of thing. And I basically just have a conversation with it, um, just like it was my assistant, versus getting out on the internet trying to find that information. So it's awesome.
Yeah, no, I love the voice feature too. I use that on my phone all the time. So I use ChatGPT, the mobile app on my phone. And guys, that's why having your ChatGPT trained and profile is so important. Because guys, if you guys don't know, Apple Intelligence is going to be launching with ChatGPT. So they're going to have it built into your phone. So if you train your ChatGPT, all of a sudden your phone will be completely trained to be your real estate personal assistant. And guess what else it's going to be built into the future too. Also, I got time for one more person. Let's go with is it Juliet? Juliet Bermudez. Juliet, if you want to unmute, I think you're looking for it. Can you hear me? No, we can't hear you. You're muted. So you're going to have to unmute in the bottom left. So in the bottom left, if you tap the screen, bottom left, you should be able to.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Here we go. We got you.
Yeah, that was a great information. Thank you for your time. I'm not a technology person at all, but yes, my language, English is my second language. So I use ChatGPT a lot for describe the home and emails and text. So yeah, it's helped me a lot. So that's why I want to learn everything about it.
Yeah, no, ChatGPT is great because
it's amazing.
It can use multiple different languages. And guys, HeyGen, that tool that I showed you, you can shoot a video and then have it translated in over 100 different languages. So I could be speaking Swahili in my HeyGen video, or I could be speaking Spanish, or I could be speaking, I don't know, name a language. I could speak it all of a sudden. So now in HeyGen, I can speak all these different languages. And I thought that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's really cool. Thank you.
Awesome, guys. So for this recording, if you guys want that extra tool that I shared with you guys about YouTube, you got to reach out to Ron and Sherry. Thank them for being on this call. And just remember, guys, this is the greatest technological advancement in human history. Don't be too busy and watch this pass you by. Take action and take over. Awesome. Ron and Sherry, is there anything like how you want to wrap this up here?
Well, we just want to thank everyone for coming today. Really a great crowd and some great interaction. And Ron and I are really, we've really embraced AI, and thanks to Nick and his mentorship and coaching, and a Papa Bear taking us in. It's been really great, and we really love it. We love we love to learn. We love technology, and we just really enjoy what's ahead in AI. And we just want to thank everyone for coming, and don't be afraid of it. That's all I have to say, is just embrace it, and it's not going away. Just kind of like the internet came along, and here we are with AI. So it's just technology. So don't be afraid of it. You can't break it.
And then Erica, I saw you ask for more additional trainings. We do have a YouTube channel we're building out where we're dropping like new AI trainings every single week, little bite-sized pieces of what we did here. So if you want to do that, or reach out to Ron and Sherry, I might just come back with them.
That'd be great.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everybody.
Appreciate you guys.
Thank you.